Irish import sale that we have all year, and we've never done anything like this before. We mentioned it at the top of the show, and even about an hour ago, we had already said goodbye to about how many of them? I don't remember, but it was amazing to me. This is the first time we've ever done the Tree of Life stitch on a blanket, and you really, really see it here in this green choice. This one is called Grass Green. It's also done in the plating. So we only have about 4 pieces in the whole entire line. We've already had 2 in this show. This is our 3rd, where you have that darker color in the background, and then it really highlights that Tree of Life, which symbolizes our interconnectedness, our family, in the marling of the lighter colors. So that is the Grass Green. This is a 40 by 60 throw. This is the Parsnip. Such a pretty color. This is one of my favorites that they do. And then finally we have Wedgwood Blue. It's brand new today. We've taken $20 off the price. It's a $20 easy pay. That goes away at the end of the day. So it's like we paid an easy pay for you. And if you would like to put it on an easy payment plan where you just charge $20 today and then you get to pay it off over the next 5 months, because everything's on 5 easy payments today, that does go away at the end of the day. H483953 is your item number. Barry Cullen is joining us. He's a 3rd generation Aran Crafter, we will say. Molly Cullen, his grandmother, started this line in 1957.
1957, almost 70 years.
Almost 70
Yeah,
years.
2
So
more years.
beautiful. And on Women's Month, National Women's Month, we honor her as we honor St. Patrick on this St. Patrick's Day sale.
Quite the trailblazer in her day.
Yes, she was. Do we have her picture? I remember we used to have it.
I think we do. We used to have a great picture of her that was taken on her 21st birthday in New York.
Well, we will search for that. In the meantime, what a gift this would be if you know somebody who's always cold or who spends a lot of time, you know, in their lazy boy chair or, you know, doing just needing that little bit of warmth. This one is going to be perfect for you.
I'll take this out there for you if it's easier.
Look how big this is.
Yeah, and look, you can see the beautiful leaf. It's almost like the veins of a leaf. The way that we've used the different techniques of stitching to create the image of the Tree of Life.
Right.
And
which
I think
is so steeped in
it's
Irish
such a wonderful
history.
I think Stephen Walsh mentioned it earlier on. People in Ireland often refer to the Tree of Life as a fairy tree.
Oh, the fairy tree. Oh,
because
this
you
is
can
so
see,
nice.
I think what the fairy tree were these trees that you would see in the middle of fields, and they were always like white thorn trees, and they would just be on their own. They would all be a little bit gnarled because those trees can live for hundreds and hundreds of years. And the story goes is that through all these little gaps in the roots, that those were the doorways that the fairies would use to enter the fairy realm.
Right.
And that you would often see like horseshoes and kind of ribbons tied to the trees because, and nobody would ever cut these trees down because it was such bad luck.
And he was saying that they will redirect a highway around them. Stephen, do you have that picture?
Do.
He had a picture of that tree too. It's actually on this pendant.
It's on the necklace.
Do I have the pendant on? No, I have a different, I have the mother and child on. That was also by him, but here we go.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
This is the tree, the fairy tree, and that's how they grow. I mean, they're absolutely stunning. And then the lure of the fairies underneath, and I mean, and then the interconnectedness of family. There's so much history and
we're trying
meaning.
to really just like evoke nature, particularly in this beautiful green combination here. So we use these cables. So these International Trinity cables would actually have been normally, like traditionally would have, on sweaters like the one I'm wearing, would represent the interconnected strands of your life, your family, your faith, your community. But when we did that, we just kind of just took that and we just made that the trunk of the tree, because it also has these, if you see these trees, they have these, the roots kind of come out of the ground a little bit, and they have little gaps in it, almost like little archways. And then we wanted to bring up here, so really this is inspiration is when you were a kid and you used to go to, like, say, a horse chestnut tree, and you'd have the leaf and you would pull just the leaf, leaving the little skeleton of the leaf veins.
Yes.
That was the inspiration, because we always did that when we were kids, and we used them to make imprints with paint. And this was the inspiration behind this, and really it's such a great way to show that these stitches are something that, with a little bit of like design and know-how and expertise, you can really use them to represent so many things more so than they were originally meant to. And so this style of knitting is alive and it's still continuing to be changed and altered and brought into the 21st century.
Right. Well, they're stunning. Look, just Synth is going to take a little nap. I mean, you can't help it, right? This is it's so comfortable, and it looks so pretty on, it's decor as well. I love when you can have decor and function I mean, this is you're gonna curl up with the grandchildren watching a movie.
And when you've got one size, it's such an easy gift for somebody because you don't have to worry about getting them the correct size.
That's
a
right.
One size blanket, everyone's going to love it. And you've got some wonderful combinations here. Like this is a color combination that's actually unique to QVC. We've never done that plating combination before ourselves.
Oh, really?
It's this wonderful combination of
well,
the
I love the parsnip.
the parsnip to the front and the stone to the back. It is so beautiful. Stephanie came up with this combination herself. This is Wedgwood blue to the front, and then it's almost like an aqua to the back.
I love this blue, this bright, gorgeous blue is pretty when you put it on. I mean, this is fashion too, right? I mean, this is almost like one of those pieces as we watch Jacinth luxuriating on the couch. You want to look good while you're hanging out watching a movie, luxuriating on the couch, right? And it really, truly does. So this is a piece, if you have a lot of color, like this couch and the pillows, such beautiful color. I love the parsnip as a gift as well because it would really like blend into so many different decor. I know everybody is loving the green just because you really see the pop.
It's the highest
highs and lows, yeah. The contrast is
so
absolutely stunning because really in the plating process, which is not easy to do, right?
Yes, so the plating process is where we take two complementing colors. So in this case, we've got this, we call this winter pear and grass green. So winter pear is the darker, grass green is the lighter. And what we have is that when they're both being fed through the knitting machines, that they switch positions front to back, creating this beautiful pattern. But if they accidentally slip, and it's very easy to do, unfortunately, the pattern is completely lost. So we have to monitor it 24 hours a day during the knitting process. So it's very labor intensive. But I think when you can get results like this, it really makes a difference.
I mean, look at this. I'll hold up the Wedgwood blue, such a beautiful color, the Wedgwood blue. But then I want to hold up, since Jacinth has the parsnip, this green. What is the name of it again?
It's winter. I think that's what I would call it. Winter pear and leaf green.
Grass green.
Grass green. Sorry.
Look at this. How beautiful that work is. Less than $100, a $20 charge on a credit card. If you are on the fence, the throws sell out all the time. We've never been able to do the Tree of Life on one, and this one has so much work to it. I highly recommend putting it on an easy payment plan. If you don't love it, you can always return it. I can guarantee you, though, that you're going to love it. You're going to be like, I was going to get this as a gift, but I think I might keep it. So maybe think about the gifts that you need to give coming up in the next year. This is the best time to get the best prices and the best selection on our Irish imports.
We sometimes say, like, get ahead of yourself.
Get ahead of yourself, yeah. And then we can show you on the back. This shows you the exact opposite.
This is the negative. This is the negative of the imprint.
But think ahead to what's coming up soon. There's Mother's Day. You know, if you have a mother maybe who's in assisted living or something like that, to have. I actually gifted my grandmother.
This could be your little knee warmer.
Just like, to hold. My grandmother spent a lot of time in her lazy boy chair. She loved that chair, and she, would watch shows and read books and do crossword puzzles, but she was in that chair most of the time, and she would get so cold. It would be blazing hot in her room for the rest of us, and she would still be cold and sometimes have a hat on. So I bought her one of your throw blankets years ago, and it was such a nice gift. So that's why I'm saying, like, maybe somebody who doesn't get up much, who is very cold, this is such a beautiful gift because it's also decor. So either they're enjoying it, they're nice and warm and cozy, or it's a piece of decor. Now I have an update for you. This is brand new today. We started with 1,500. If you want this grass green, it is our most popular. We have 150 remaining.
Oh, wow.
Could easily sell out probably, excuse me, by the end of today. because we have a lot of programming happening. If you want the Wedgwood blue, we have 200 remaining. That's it. And just a few more in the beautiful parsnip, which I think, if you're going to gift, this is the safest bet to go, unless you know.
This is the tone, especially because it matches. This is the one that will match everyone who's gotten that kind of that modern kind of the.
Oh, the grays and whites.
The grays and whites, yeah.
So even though it's so traditional, it will look great in a modern home. Farmhouse look, really like an eclectic look. It's going to be such a nice gift.
And the pop of color, the blue, really is wonderful.
Right. If you know somebody who is moving into a new home, this will be really nice for them. H483.
These are my go-to housewarming gifts.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
953 is your item number. A $20 charge on a credit card that goes away at the end of the day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. We are almost into our third hour of this 3-hour show. It's your lucky day. We have sale prices on all of our on-air items and